Today we've got another look at the new iPhone 18 Pro Max thanks to a new video published, as well as more confirmations on all of its upgrades. So first up, we've got some excellent news when it comes to the battery life, because new reports now confirm that the iPhone 18 Pro Max is getting a huge battery upgrade. The eSIM-only model is expected to feature a massive 5,567 mAh battery, while markets that still receive a physical SIM tray are going to get a slightly smaller 5,391. But either way, it's a significant jump over the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which packed 5,088 for the eSIM model and then only 4,823 for the physical SIM version. And when you combine that with the efficiency improvements expected from the new A20 Pro chip and Apple's in-house hardware, it's looking like the iPhone 18 Pro Max could comfortably deliver the best battery life we've ever seen on an iPhone, especially for heavier users. Now, something else to improve your efficiency is also with today's video sponsor, CRA AI. It's an AI platform designed to help automate everyday business and creative tasks using AI helpers. Now, if you run a YouTube channel, a business, an online store, or honestly just juggle way too many things at once, then this is incredibly helpful. CRA.ai gives you a team of AI helpers that can handle different parts of your workflow. So for me, one of the most useful is Soshi, and she helps with things like social media ideas, captions, content planning, general organization, and even creating social posts for me. And there's also helpers like Cassie for customer support and Comet for e-commerce tasks. Now, we have 12 helpers in total, and they can help with everything from personal development to sales and even copywriting. Now, one of the things I really liked was the simple setup wizard, and after giving it my YouTube link and answering a few simple questions, it already knew everything it needs to know about me and my business. The idea isn't to fully replace people, it's more like having AI assistants there to speed things up and take repetitive tasks off your plate, and it's great how everything runs through one simple platform. You can use it on your desktop, tablet, or your phone, and it's trained on 100,000 unique data points and powered by the most powerful AI models, and it supports over 100 languages with loads of one-click workflows already built in. And if you do ever have issues, then there's 24/7 support. So whether you're managing content, replying to customers, organizing ideas, generating sales, or automating smaller daily tasks, it can save a surprising amount of time. So if you want to check it out, head over to CRA.ai using the link down in the description below and use my code TTTechnology to get an exclusive limited time 72% discount. And best of all, if you're not happy, you can get a full refund within 14 days. Now back to the iPhone 18, and we've had some really interesting information emerge regarding the modem. New reports suggest Apple are actually going to be using different modem chips depending on where the iPhone is sold. So US models are expected to continue using Qualcomm's modem because Apple's own C2 modem still doesn't support millimeter wave, while international models are instead going to switch over to Apple's in-house C2 modem. Now, this information actually surfaced following a cyber attack on Tata, which is one of Apple's manufacturing partners, and internal data was reportedly stolen, and then of course it was published online. Now, among that data was also a video showing the iPhone 18 Pro undergoing its drop testing. Now, I'm not going to show that footage here because of how it was actually obtained, but it does appear to confirm what we've been seeing for months now, with the new, more uniform rear panel design matching all of the previous design leaks. Now, the leak also included an image of the new iPhone 18 Pro motherboard, giving us our first look at the A20 Pro's packaging. Apple is moving to a new technology called wafer-level multi-chip module, or WMCM for short. And in simple terms, the memory is no longer stacked directly on top of the processor, but instead moved alongside it. Now, that improves the heat dissipation, allows for better thermal performance, and combined with the move to LPDDR6 memory, it should also improve power efficiency and bandwidth at the same time. Now, next up, we've had another interesting leak, and this is something that you normally wouldn't look at twice: the SIM tray. On its own, it's not particularly exciting, but the color certainly is. The leaked SIM tray appears to match the dark cherry finish that we've been hearing about for weeks now, and there's still no way to verify whether it's genuine, as we have had a lot of AI stuff recently, but it was shared by reliable leaker Ice Universe, and it lines up perfectly with all these growing number of reports suggesting that dark cherry is going to be the new hero color this year. Now, alongside that, we're still expecting sky blue and a dark grey or black option, and now, thanks to the leaked drop test footage showing a silver device, those earlier rumours of a fourth silver finish are also looking increasingly likely. Now, unfortunately, not all of the latest news is quite as positive. With rising memory prices and increasing component costs, it now looks more likely than ever that Apple is going to be increasing the prices this year. But thankfully, the earlier rumors of a huge $200 increase appear to have been a little bit exaggerated, and most analysts are now expecting around a $100 increase for the Pro and Pro Max models, while the standard iPhone 18 is expected to increase by only around $50. Now, of course, pricing is always one of the hardest things to predict this far ahead, and plenty can still change before the official launch. Now, speaking of the launch, Mark Gurman now believes that Apple's going to unveil the new lineup during the second week of September, so that's most likely going to be the 9th of September, and then pre-orders are going to begin shortly afterwards on either the 10th or the 11th. Now, as we previously covered, this year's launch strategy is going to be very different from the previous ones. The iPhone 18 Pro, the iPhone 18 Pro Max, and the brand new foldable iPhone Ultra are all expected at this launch to launch together, and then anyone waiting for the standard iPhone 18 is now going to have to wait until early next year. But for those of you excited, we're now going to run through the full specs, design, and the expected pricing of each model in the range to help you guys decide which one is right for you. So hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we have the iPhone 18 Pro, and this raises the bar with a 6.3-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED display running at 1 to 120 Hz. It's going to remain at 2622 by 1206 resolution, but of course we get higher peak brightness, thinner bezels, and a smaller dynamic island. We get a new 42 megapixel selfie camera on the front that's been moved to the top left of the display. Then over on the back, the Pro steps up to a triple camera system with a variable aperture, and that's a 48 megapixel main sensor, a 48 megapixel ultra wide, and then a new 64 megapixel periscope offering 5 to 10 times optical zoom. And all three are rumored to use stacked sensors for faster readout and better color depth. It's powered by the A20 Pro chip, which is manufactured on a 2nm node, and it's coming with 12GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage. And battery size is going to land around 4,300 mAh for the eSIM-only model, with some big improvements to fast charging. Connectivity brings 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, ultra-wideband, and the new C2 modem. And it's of course going to ship with iOS 27, and pricing is expected to start from £1,199 or $1,199. Next up, we've got the iPhone 18 Pro Max, Apple's largest flagship model, and we get a 6.9-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED display with a resolution of 2868 by 1320. It's still a 120Hz display with a record-breaking peak brightness and a smaller dynamic island. For the front camera, we get the same 42 megapixel camera we have on the Pro, and again it's been moved to the top left. And then over on the rear, we could see a 200 megapixel primary camera, a 48 megapixel ultra wide, and a 64 megapixel telephoto, of course with larger apertures and improved sensor readouts for even better zoom and night shots. Now it's running the same A20 Pro chip with 12GB of RAM, but this time we get up to 2TB of storage. And it also packs a much larger battery at 5,567 mAh for the eSIM-only model, with improvements to wired and wireless charging. We get 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, ultra-wideband, and Apple's C2 modem. And of course, it's running iOS 27 and is expected to launch from £1,299 or $1,299. And of course, it's launching in September 2026. Finally, we have the Apple iPhone Fold, Apple's most premium iPhone to date. It features a 5.5-inch external display for everyday use, paired with a 7.8-inch internal folding OLED display with a wide tablet-like aspect ratio. Now, both displays use punch-hole cameras, with the external camera at the top center of the display and the internal camera in the top left corner. And of course, the standout feature here is that when it's unfolded, the internal display has no visible crease from any angle. Now, the device measures at just 9mm thick when it's folded and 4.5mm when unfolded, making it one of the thinnest book-style foldables ever. Now, for the selfie camera, it's unknown at the moment, but at least the external punch hole is likely to be an 18-megapixel multi-aspect selfie camera. And then over on the rear, we've got a dual camera setup on a raised camera bar, and current rumors suggest Apple may deliver a 200-megapixel stacked primary camera, and that's going to be paired with a 48 megapixel ultra-wide, and of course it's all alongside Apple's latest AI-powered video features driven by an upgraded neural engine. Now, it's going to be powered by the A20 Pro chip and paired with 12GB of RAM and up to 2TB of storage, and it uses a dual battery system with an estimated combined capacity of around 5,600 mAh, designed to deliver consistent all-day battery life despite the large internal display. Instead of Face ID, Apple has integrated Touch ID into the power button, positioned right above the camera modules, and for connectivity we've got 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6 and ultra-wideband, and the device runs iOS 27 out of the box. Now, the iPhone Fold is expected to launch in black and white color options, with pricing estimated at between $2,000 and $2,500, positioning it firmly as Apple's most expensive and most ambitious iPhone yet. So overall, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be one of the biggest hardware upgrades that Apple have made for quite some time. The huge battery increase alone is enough to get excited about, but when you combine that with the faster new A20 Pro chip, faster LPDDR6 memory, improved thermal design, and all of the camera upgrades that we've covered in previous videos, it's starting to look like a well-rounded flagship. Now, Apple clearly isn't trying to reinvent the iPhone this year, but instead they're focusing on improving the areas that people actually notice in day-to-day. So that's things like battery life, performance, cameras, and efficiency. And of course, AI is going to continue to play a huge role with iOS 27, and hopefully this is the year that Apple finally closes the gap with some of its competition. That said, if you've already got an iPhone 17 Pro, I don't think it's going to be an essential upgrade unless battery life or the camera improvements are particularly important to you. But for anyone with an older iPhone or someone looking to jump into Apple's ecosystem for the very first time, the iPhone 18 Pro or the Pro Max is looking like a very compelling option. Now, of course, with launch fast approaching, more and more leaks are going to continue to come in. I'm going to be sharing them as soon as they do, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.